So
wait, before you ask me a question, I think we need to know who you're wearing.
I'm wearing,
What brand are you wearing?
everybody's been asking me about this jacket. Do you like? All right, so this jacket is from Christine Fabs. There. So I'm wearing Christine Fabs today. I love this jacket. I saw you on Instagram. You were modeling it on Instagram, weren't you? And I was like, "Ooh, girl, gotta have me one of those." And we're going to talk about outfits and what difference it can in fact make. But before we start, can you introduce yourself to the room, and then we'll take it from there.
So I am Yemi Phillips. I am the founder of Christine Fads. It's a women's wear resale company online.
All right, I'll add to that. Yemi you're the extroverted introvert.
So you mean that?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the extroverted introvert on Instagram.
Yes.
I model my clothes because I thought it cost a lot to pay influencers. And sometimes you can't really guarantee the rewards you get from them because they cost a lot. Sometimes you chase them to post. They're not posting because maybe Pretty Little Thing or someone else is asking them to. So I think I had to kind of cut costs. And it's worked because...
what a fabulous job you're doing. I met you at a party a few months ago and I was like, you look familiar. Are you... extroverted introvert? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. So it was really nice to put the personality behind all of the following on Instagram. That's just amazing. Now, Yemi, I'm just going to read it out because so that I get it right.
Sure.
Darling.
Yes.
Life isn't perfect, but your outfit can be.
Yes.
That's your Instagram bio.
It is my Instagram.
Explain.
Okay. So this is how I see it. I read somewhere where they said dressing up is a way of reclaiming one's happiness, regardless of whatever outside factors are there. I think there's so much power in dressing up. You have so much control in kind of dictating how you want people to perceive you or how you want to feel. So regardless of whether you're feeling, not so good, you can throw on a floral top, go out with friends for drinks and feel great. Or you might be nervous about a presentation and just rock on a power suit and just feel like superhuman. So I think generally it's just that power, that control that women have to say, you know what, I can reclaim my happiness regardless of whatever I'm going through, whether good, whether bad. And I think studies have actually shown that people nowadays just dress for self-care.
Yeah.
To just feel happy about themselves. And even men as well would tell you, in the past, we just used to say, oh, men have, a stylish shirt and trousers. Now there's, there's tapered, there's skinnies, there's, different kinds. And then I think everyone's kind of enjoying the power of dressing up. And then the way I say to my kids as well, I say, dress how you want to be addressed.
Yes.
Before I have a conversation with any one of you, it's very superficial, but I will look at what you're wearing. Where are you coming from, and then you would then have a conversation with the person to know, oh, this is more to the person. So, yeah, it is.
No, but that's actually normal. I don't think that's superficial. I think that's just normal, human reaction. You kind of look at, what someone is wearing, and it does tell you a lot about them most of the time, I think. Yeah. And so in your journey as a stylist, because you are a stylist and you have styled quite a few A-listers before, can you tell me about that period in your life?
Okay. So that was, I would say I was a bit more, I was younger then. And I think what it was, and I remember having a conversation with you about it, I think I was more excited about the marketing than the actual sales of my product, because initially when I was younger, I was kind of thrust into the celebrity life, because it was I had Brandy wearing my clothes, I had Zendaya, I was on E-Network and I think it was just the flash of everything, or you're wearing Christine and Christoph, blah, blah. And then when he came to buyers contacting me and going, oh, we like your clothes, are you ready to we're ready to stock? And then I froze because I was like, what do I do now? I don't have the capital. I don't know. So I think it kind of made me take a step back, because a lot of brands do that now. A lot of it is all about the marketing and the glitz and the glam. But if you think about it, are they actually making the sales? That they're in stores? So it did make me pause. And I think that's why Christine Faz works so well now, because I think, yes, in as much as we do marketing, I try to kind of limit the cost, because then it was all about just the marketing, just putting it out there, and then it came to selling, and then I didn't have the products to sell. But now with us trying to reduce the marketing, I think we always have more to sell, because we're just like, are you ready? Yes, it's out there, it's on there, it's on me, it's on you, kind of thing, as compared to trying to just pump out money and not getting that much.
So it feels like you were running before you were ready to walk at the time. Is that a fair analogy, isn't it? Because then it's like everything took up very quickly.
Very quick.
But you weren't quite ready for when the suppliers were now like...
No, I wasn't ready.
Why was that? Do you not have... Did they not, in a way, kind of give you the tools or the training along the way? Do you see what I mean? So as a doctor, as you're going through your medical training, you often have sort of people with you, fellow trainees, professors, and all of that, right? Was it a situation where nobody else around you, I guess that's the point I'm trying to make, that nobody's around you guided you at the time?
Yes, because I think what I kind of just had was my team of dressmakers. Because I think I was more I think that's what it was. I think I was more focused on the actual design of the clothes, people understanding what the aesthetic was or handwriting of the brand is that I didn't have. And then now it's different, because now I have people who work on marketing. I have people who would work on sales and tell me, okay, Yemi, we're paying this much on marketing, we should be getting this much on sales. So I didn't have a team then to kind of help me
do all that, the business,
do all of that. So I think what it was I was, and now I will still say I am more concentrated on the creative side of it. Every time maybe someone was talking to me about accounting and so, I was like, no, that's my husband.
That's most of us,
It's kind of like, no, I don't want, just put me on creative. So I think that's what happened. It's like with the creatives, with the marketing, with everything, I was on it. But when it came to, and then what I had was, it was the big brands, the Selfridges, they were asking for big quantities. And then so when I ran up to my suppliers, they would say, oh yeah, we can't do, you did samples with us, you want 10? No. We're talking about hundreds. And I was like, oh my God. So I think that's where I got a bit over my head in that sense. But I think it was lessons learned, actually, because it's kind of helped me with this. And obviously, future brands.
Because you had that pause period, and now here you are. But a lot has happened in between. And that's what I want to unpick with you, because, these things happen, and it can happen to any of us along the way. You need to stop and then reassess. I want to ask you about that process. What did it feel like to have to go through having to stop? How did you synthesize what happened? And what learning did you get from it that helped you relaunch?
I think luckily for me then, I was working as a buyer. So I was still in the buying industry. So I think it was definitely a hit, because I was younger. So it was more like, whoa, me, why is my life like this and blah, blah. But I think I went back to the drawing board in terms of just going back into work and just kind of understanding the, how it works in terms of, certain brands that I was working for, then how they started, there's certain, and then being able to get even suppliers, because at some point I thought every supplier would, ask for 1,000 pieces in quantity. But there are some suppliers who help small businesses, and we say, 50 is fine, or 10 is fine. So I think I started kind of just opening up the, the buying industry to kind of understand it a bit more. And luckily for me, like I said, I was working for brands as well, so it was easy for me to just hide myself and just learn a bit more
before When you style women, are there any particular stories that you can share with our audience today that would highlight just how dressing up or putting on a different, I can definitely testify, because this jacket is still like Beyonce in this. Do you have any examples or good stories about women who have transformed both externally and internally in your experience?
Okay. What I say, because most people who come to me would say things like, Yemi, I like what you're wearing, I want this. But then I ask them, because what I've noticed, like at the beginning when I first started, it would be, I'll get it for you. And then we'll get it, she would wear it, and it'd be like, I don't like how it looks on me. So I think over the years, I've kind of just had the confidence in asking people, what do you like? what is it about your body you like? What is it about your body you don't like? Because it looks good on me, might not necessarily look good on, you know what I mean? So we will actually have that conversation on, people would say, I don't like when my legs show, I don't like when my arms show. So just kind of understanding how they see their bodies, and then eventually start talking about things like colors with them, what colors would work on you. Some would say, I've only worn black, I've only worn white, and then you would experiment and say, how about we try yellow? Sometimes with some clients as well, we go on shop visits where it would just be a day of just trying different colors, trying different styles, because sometimes you can come to you and say, I don't like my legs, but then we wear a skirt or long shorts like this, and you go, well, I like it. So I think it's more like not looking at what everybody else is wearing. Just kind of understanding what looks good on you. And then sometimes I just say, dressing up, you can always be yourself or like an exaggerated version of yourself.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. Like today I feel like you're a bit
I am
exaggerated.
I can't get enough because I was like normally I would be sort of a more toned out thing. I think when I first put this on, my husband was like what are we doing? Where are we going? But actually in the last 2 years, having sort of moved on from my NHS role, I found myself just more experimental, more, I wouldn't,
daring.
Yes, daring, and it's just so, exhilarating, and I love it. And I love that you sent this over, because I wasn't quite sure initially, and as soon as I put it on, I was like, yes, I'm gonna rock this today. And in your everyday life, what's a stylist life look like? What's your lifestyle? Do you wake up all, glammed up or waiting, either glammed up or waiting to glam someone else up?
I think it's more like waiting to glam, because a lot of people think they see me like this every day. Well, no, most of the time as stylists, or you're usually in like your hoodies and stuff, looking online, searching, because your clients or my customers can message me in the morning and go, Yemi, it's summer. This is my budget. I need da 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 da. So most of the time I can spend like 3-4 hours on the internet shopping for some.
Really? Yeah.
So a lot of people think, it's nice. Like when you go out and then, you look the part. So people go, oh, I like it. And you say, I'm a stylist. Yeah. But most of the time we're in tracks, we're online, we're looking at our classes at night, sending it to her. And she's like, oh, I don't like this. And you're coming back and then, So it's a lot of long hours of, sometimes you could do a whole lot of work in 1 hour, pick out like 20 items, and she only likes one.
Yeah.
One. I think you're trying to convince her, no, it's just this way. I think, do you know how many hours but then you're not being paid by the hours. So, things like that. So I would say it is
it's not always
glam. No, it's nice because you get invited to a lot of events now. Because I work with so many brands, you would get, Yemi, we're launching spring summer, come and have a look at it, because I would go take pictures of it for my client. So that's the fun part of it. But a lot of the work, how the money comes in, I'm on my computer. So
working hard.
Yeah, working hard. So that's it.
You wear many hats, don't you?
Yes.
So you're a mum of two, and she said you have to think about it. Was that your question?
That was my question.
So I think we had, okay, you can ask me that, because I don't want this to feel like an interview, or like a one-way interview. Oh God, I'm under so much pressure. But yes.
The first time I met her, she said, I'm a doctor. I have SheEO Diaries, help Mary. And she was just, and I was like, how do you? And then she was like, I'm a mom. And now obviously walking in today, I saw how grown her daughter is. I was like, how are you able to do? Because it's hard. Because in the UK, for me, we do wear many hats. Like my kids, I'm the driver, I'm the chef, I'm everything.
The barber. Are you the barber as well?
Well, I have two girls, so I'm the one who washes Latin. I'm everything.
Yes.
So I just wondered how you're able to just kind of balance everything out, how you're able to navigate everything. And if they're all related in a way, so it's easier, I don't know. So I just wondered,
I think a very important thing I did a while ago was realize that I basically wearing so many hats is almost like a social construct. Bear with me, I will explain. Because I woke up one day and thought, what if I wore one hat? What if I stopped thinking that I would get to work at 9 o'clock and become someone else? What if I start my day as the SheEO of my whole life, and I'm running my day just, phase by phase. So my first business of the day is the home. I sort that out and I go into work. And so just even thinking about it that way immediately removed the conflict I used to have, as in, oh, now I'm at work, I can't be at home. And now I'm at home, I can't be at work. So that mindset really made a big difference. The other thing that I do, and if you guys don't do that already, a Google Calendar, right? And it seems a very obvious thing to say, but I see a lot of women, especially young women, who don't actually keep a calendar. That really works for me. And I never let two colors kiss in my calendar. So always have a bit of a gap between them, no matter what it is. And actually, once you break down the walls of your rigid day, say, 9 to 5, you have to be in an office or in a building. Once you put those walls down, you realize how flexible your day can be and how much more time. So in juggling all of it, I think just doing some of that internal work and just change of my mindset. But I do have people, and I've learned to use the people in my life and just ask for help and delegate. And I've been lucky. I've been really lucky and privileged in that way as well. So that's how I think I'm kind of pulling it off. And I give myself grace too. I was talking to Naomi this afternoon, and we're talking about giving ourselves grace. We say we give ourselves grace, but we don't always actually do that. So for me, giving myself grace is coming here today and so going like, yeah, right? I can't do it all, guys. And actually openly admitting it sometimes to say it like, yeah, I'm busy, but I can't be 100% all the time. So yeah, giving myself grace and admitting it to everybody around me. I'm not superhuman, but we'll roll with it. We'll do it well, but we'll roll with it and we'll get it done physically. Yeah. So just about managing, but doing it anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I stopped being afraid to fail. What about you? Well, how do you manage your many hats? How do you?
I think I would take what you said. I think I'm not worried or scared to say I'm struggling. I need help, I would say, obviously, having that moment where my husband says stop saying it's a failure, but having that time where I couldn't meet the demands of the brands and I felt like a failure because obviously it was out there and all of a sudden I wasn't, and everyone was saying, oh, what happened? I did feel like a failure. And I think it just made me think, what's the worst that can happen? You can fulfill the orders, you can start something else. So I think that's kind of helped me in my journey now, in the sense I kind of just go with the flow. I'm not trying to get validation from anyone. So I think the more I think I'm doing it for my growth, for my loyal customers, there's some kind of relief to that, not feeling pressured, or because I think sometimes at the beginning for me it was more like, oh, she's expecting something, I have to get the loves and the likes and I'm on E-Network, I'm on in New York and stuff like that. But now it's like, yeah, if I'm there, great. If I'm not, it's fine. Yeah. As long as the sales are there, it's okay. It would eventually grow. As long as I'm consistent and my quality is good, it'll be fine. So I think, and then if I'm struggling, I would say I'm struggling, help me, or I have to do this, yes. And, I have to village that helps.
Can we take questions from the room? Does anybody have any questions for Yemi?
She knows me so well because I'm always used to being backstage. But I think again, and I think that was one of your questions as well, is everywhere I went, people would say, oh, I like your top, I like your trousers, I like this, or, could you style me and stuff? And then I just realized the more I paid influencers, I wasn't getting the results from it. I wasn't really, because at some point, I think at the beginning of Instagram, where they were very serious with it, it was more like they would post knowing they needed this number of likes or this number of sales. But now it's a numbers game for them. So I wasn't getting, so at some point I thought, why are you shy? You're not talking, you're just doing pictures. Make sure you're consistent and the quality is good. And I think the minute I started and the sales started coming in,
that was it.
I would just get random DMs going, oh, Yemi, you're the first thing I see in the morning on my feed. You're the last thing. Keep going. You're doing so well. Because sometimes they might not put the comments in there, but my DM is flocked sometimes. Like, Yemi, keep going. Because you'd be thinking, am I looking stupid to people? And then the more they said, I'm like, yes, keep going. And then the sales were coming in. So I went, I'll do it. Yeah. It's tiring, but then it's,
It's a courage to kind of do things despite your fears, isn't it? And I think that's so admirable. People may take it for granted, but I think there's a lot of women who, people, not just women, men as well, who aren't making those first steps because they're just too scared. And just for you to have the courage to go ahead and do that, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. What's the first thing? So it's the occasion. So what is she doing? What's she shopping for? Look, I said, for instance, now I'm shopping for a lot of people who are going on holiday. So holiday could be just them and their families. It could be for birthdays. So the way we would work is, what's your budget? Because I never used to ask that before. So I would do it like, when you're new, you just want to please everyone. And you're like, and then you shop and then they tell you, so this is how much. And they say, oh no, my budget is £200 or 100. But you think, why did you think you could just go to Zara? You don't need a stylist to do. So I think the occasion, the budgets, and then we start talking about what she likes. Sometimes they go, oh, it's the summer, I want to experiment. Or is there something you want to do differently because you're going on holiday? And then she might say, it's my 10th anniversary, maybe I want to try these colors or whatever. So I think the main thing we talk about is where she's going. So occasion, budgets, and then we just kind of dive into what she really wants. Is she ready to experiment? Is this something that does she want to stick to something she sticks to normally? And then we just, kind of go through that. And then I just send her a couple of pieces and then we just work through it. And then sometimes if it's I won't say difficult client, but if it's a client who sometimes you get them where they just don't know what they want. So it's more like, you're the stylist, tell me what to do. Then we go out for the day and then we just try a whole bunch of stuff. And then she just kind of finds
I would love that.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's hard for a
going by
and stuff, but it's fun for the client. Yeah. Just try tons of things. Yeah. In the dressing room, she's trying, just like, the scene on Sex and the City where she's kind of handing you stuff.
Right?
And then from there, you can just see her just kind of, oh, yes, I used to like yellow in uni. Oh, I like yellow. And then she just, starts. And she knows that day we're not buying anything. It's just trying stuff.
Things,
And then eventually we just
That's
go
an amazing experience. Why haven't I done this before?
It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. And we could do half a day.
I know, full day, half day. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Okay.
So anyone interested?
Yes.
I think everywhere. It's weird because I wouldn't say I have a particular style. I would say it just depends on where I am and what I feel like. If, like at the moment, I'm kind of, we bought some long shorts. These are called long shorts. I don't know if I can stand up. I would stand up in a bit. I'm obsessed with them now because I feel like I can throw them on, it could go from day to nighttime. I came here in flats. I look very daytime. Now I'm in heels. Very nighttime. I can throw on a blazer on it. I can go out to dinner. So I think it just depends on what makes me feel comfortable, what I think I can transition sometimes, because most of the time I can go out with the client on the day for shopping. And then by nighttime, I could be having some kind of brand event or some blazer, high heels, and you're good to go. So things like that, just being able to play with dressing up. I guess that's what my style is. Yeah. But I still follow trends though, because we still have to look at red carpets and stuff. I mean, the fashion shows and stuff. But I think I'm just what makes me comfortable.
Yeah. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I think just one of the main things that really drew me to you was just your look online, and then when I met you, how just relatable, and then when we talked a bit more, how much courage and the history behind your journey and how you kind of reinvented and bounced right back after what would have been a really difficult time. I hope that's what everybody takes home today from this podcast today. I hope there are women and men out there who can see that, the one setback shouldn't keep you back, and that you can always bounce back. You're living proof of that. So that's amazing. 100%. I'm going to ask you to please show us what we should be wearing this summer.
Okay. So 2025, it's all about soft power. They call it soft power because it's not as very minimal in dressing, very feminine. Most people like to be masculine. But I still say summer is still summer. So there's certain staple pieces we need for the summer, which I'll just take you through, regardless of whatever the trend is. Trends are nice. Like there's a lot of denim going on.
I know, right?
But the thing is, it's not a trend because denim is always every
staple.
It's a staple, but there are just certain things we all need for the summers, which I'll just go through with you. So this is called, again, it's called a poplin midi skirt. So everyone, no, it doesn't have to be straight, it can be balloon. But what the midi skirt does is it's just very versatile. It's lightweight, you can style it in so many ways. So you can throw on, we call them easy shirts, which I can show you. So you can throw on an easy shirt during the day with flats, and by night, like I said, a nice blazer over it and heels. So they're just very, very easy to style. And a lot of people, you can have them in black, you can have them in white. Very easy. Imagine if I wore that today with my heels and stuff. So it's just something we all need in our wardrobes. So the next on the list are summer pants. Again, they could be ivory, white. Everyone needs a pair. Linen, denim, cotton, exceptionally gratifying. And you can pair them with like a boho blouse during the day. By night, you can call, it's called the hot weather. I'll show you now. It's called the hot weather shirt. So they're a bit more dressy, which you can just kind of throw on. So it's the same jeans from day, but you just got home, fashioned up, you just whacked on that on top of it. So everyone needs a pair of summer, they're called summer pants. So they could be linen, they could be anything, but you can just kind of throw them on. And, or a classic tee as well, if you just want to be casual and calm. In the summer, we all need sundresses. Sorry, men, I didn't bring anything for men. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I just kind of looked at it. Next up, okay. Everyone needs sundresses. So sundresses are supposed to be loose silhouette. They're not supposed to be clingy or riding up. It's just supposed to be easy breezy, throw a bag, flats, and you're good to go. Or they could be, white's quite popular, but they could be floral or anything that goes with them. So next on the list, they're called easy shirts. We all need easy shirts. The most popular, white t-shirts. White t-shirts, good to go with everything. Easy, but then you have the stripes. People like the stripes because you can always throw blazers on top of them. Again, you can pair with your skirt or your trousers. Easy to wear. And then there's the most popular, which Naomi even has on today. It's the boxy white t-shirt. We all need boxy white shirts, girls. It's just with Chinese. If I wore that with this, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Easy during the day. So again, I spoke about the hot weather shirt. So if I wore that during the day, I could swap the hot weather shirt. So they're a bit more, they're dressier, but they're like satin and a bit more lighter, feminine in terms of how we wear them. Very popular shorts. Like I said, long shorts. This is from my brand as well. Long shorts are easy to wear. They're nice. They can go from like easy flats to very dressy. And especially when they're boxy and stuff, very nice. So again, you can style them with the easy shirts, with the hot weather tops, dressy tops. Good to go.
I know.
Yeah. And other things we need for the summer, we need, in terms of accessories, a nice pair of glasses. Sometimes you could just have that one pair. You just rock with everything. Just one pair of glasses. Or you can have more if you want to. There's the nice raffia bag, again, that can just do everything. So it can go from beach day. Sometimes people wear them to travel. So it could be for the plane. It could be when you're just going out, the streets in the summer. Yeah, and then you can wear them. And the last but not the least, a pair of, they're called summer sandals. So these are my favorites now. But anyway, what you get from summer sandals are, they're just supposed to be neutral, versatile, comfortable, easy to wear, and they can just style up anything. And then you just, by night, throw on a pair of heels. Sorry, the last is the blazer. Everyone needs a good blazer.
This is no ordinary blazer now.
This is a bit dressy. This is all last. But the thing is, with blazers, you can just take, like what my cousin's wearing now. She could just put this blazer on and just instantly look like she's ready for dinner. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think everyone needs a blazer. And I think we all need black or navy blue at least. And then every other color is just an addition. But black, navy blue, and then we're good to go. But these are the staple pieces of the summer. As long as we have them, we're good to go. Every other thing is extra.
Right, so can we please have it for Yemi? I hope we have learned something today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.